Guys, what is up? Welcome to another episode of Maximilian Must Know. This is going to be a video today on the last fragrance I actually have to review from the Artisan Parfumeur that's in my collection that I have a full bottle on. And I really love this house. I've reviewed Timbuktu, Traversée de Bois 4, Skin on Skin, Coeur de Vetiver Sacre, Bois Farine, Zing, Noir Exquise. And the last video that I have to review in my collection is Vanille Absolument. I had a bottle of Zonka. I moved. Somehow it's the one bottle that got lost in the move. I do think I have to hunt it down and get it back again because I really did enjoy that fragrance. And there are some others I want down the road. As of now, I feel like I don't need to rush to get anything. I'm good money. But I love this house. You guys know Zing's my favorite niche fragrance for people who watch my channel religiously. And if you're looking for house backstory, please do check out the first video that I ever did on the Artisan when I reviewed Coeur de Vetiver Sacre, which is their vetiver discontinued fragrance. Which I forget his name, but the owner of the CEO and owner of Gallivant Parfums was the creative director of the Artisan. When that fragrance came out, he really loved it. He knew me because I reviewed that fragrance and loved it, and he knew me because of that review and agreed with me that was a really good scent. But the next one I'd probably buy that I am just falling in love with is Vanille Absolument, beautiful orange blossom beeswax fragrance. I love the brand because there's just multiple great perfumers, great ideas with whimsical, sort of themes, great prices. Knick, by the way, is the gentleman's name at Gallivant. Great guy. He was a creative director at La Artisan. And I think he's done a great job at Gallivant over as well. Now, the fragrance we're going to review today, Vanille Absolument. This came out in 2009, October 2009, and it was originally named Havane Vanille. And the perfumer behind this fragrance is the great Bertrand Duchaufour. The notes on this one are clove, vanilla, dried fruits at the top, or immortelle, narcissus, tonka, and licorice in the middle, resins, musks, woods, leather, rum, tobacco in the base. I paid $55 for 50 ml of this on Amazon a few years back. And I'm starting to realize, man, I got a good buy because it seems like this one was discontinued and it's hard to get. Now, L'Artisan in the Jean-Francois Laporte days had an original vanilla fragrance, which is damn near impossible to get. I have a sample of it. I prefer this one better, to be honest. But they had that vanilla, they discontinued it, they brought out this vanilla, they discontinued it. This did not make it over into their new bottles. You guys know they have these new bottles. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, this fragrance hasn't made it over to those bottles. So I have it in this bottle. You guys know the drill. We've done so many of these. It says Vanille Absolument. It's eau de parfum. It's in the 50 ml. I have a couple in the 100 ml, Zing and Coeur de Vetiver Sacre. And I actually had Zonka in 100 ml, but I don't know where the fuck that is. I hope my movers didn't steal it. But, great sprayer. I really prefer this vintage presentation to the new. It is what it is. I just like this. I just think it looks cool. They look great lined up. I have the box somewhere. I didn't want to run and track it down. They all look the same with slight variation. Same thing with the bottles, basically. But the fragrance, what about the fragrance? Well, what a gem. I mean, what a gem. This is vanilla pot. This is like, if you've ever cooked with vanilla, you get the bean, not vanilla extract, real vanilla pods. You buy the pods, you get the bean, you slice them open, you scrape the pods out. When I used to cook, I'd use the pods, and then my uncle taught me a trick where I take the beans, left over, and I'd put them in sugar so that I'd have vanilla sugar. This is the pods soaked in rum with dried fruit notes and an incense base. That is exactly what this one is when you spray it on, and I really enjoy this perfume. I got this around Christmas time, and it really reminds me of the holidays. It feels so appropriate for like a Christmas scent or a Thanksgiving scent. It's cozy, it's gourmand, and you spray this one on and you're gonna smell real vanilla. And I have the vanilla chemicals, the two most popular ones, ethyl vanillin and vanillin. And I don't smell either of those in that. They might be there, but my guess here is either a great vanilla bean accord was made for this fragrance, or this one was discontinued because of the ridiculous pricing of Vanille Absolute. It's gotten very stupid if you're a perfumer and you don't have a huge company behind you to buy vanilla Absolute. Even companies that do, it's still just too expensive. Now, it's not a pure vanilla here. This isn't like a one note. It's not like a solo floor with vanilla substituted for a floral. The vanilla pods here smell like they're steeped in rum, and not a light rum like Bacardi Light or Havana Club White. Not a dark rum either, like Gosling's or Myers, but a golden rum. Think of like Bregal, El Dorado, Appleton. So you have those pods soaking in that golden rum with like dried fruits in there, and then imagine that in a room and then someone has lit an incense stick. So that's wafting around this liquid, and that's what this smells like. There's also a faintness of black licorice as well, which I really like, because people who know me know I like licorice in fragrance. And there's also a burnt toasty, almost charred thing going on here. It seems like a simple scent, but it's surprisingly nuanced. Now, it's not a tremendous performer, I have to be honest, but it's not a puppy either. It's eau de parfum. It doesn't project in a beastly manner, but you do get a nice little scent bubble around you, a cloud, and it lasts for about 8 to 10 hours. It projects for about 4 to 5. It's perfect for fall and winter, and it's a totally unisex scent. If you can't get this, and it's very hard to, what you should look for is 1697 by Furpan. Now, Furpan, you know them from 1270, La Humaniste, etc. Haven't put out anything new in a while, so I'm wondering if they're still rocking. But 1697 smells exactly like this. It's a 1-to-1. Duchot 4 also did that one. If you can get that, you can get that. But that also seems like it's either been discontinued or at the very least hard to get. So you have to look at boozy rum scents like Spiritus Double Vanille, etc. I don't think they replicate this. To me, this is a very unique fragrance. If someone were trying to talk you into purchasing this, I think they'd tell you that it is a great vanilla scent. It's rare now. It's hard to get. It's cozy. It's great for holidays. It's versatile. You can really do this in a lot of different ways. I think it's cool to wear this to work. I think it's cool to wear this dress down, and I think you could wear this out in a romantic setting. But if someone were trying to talk you out of this one, I think if they were trying to say skip it, I think they'd tell you, hey, it is hard to get. It's not the best performer in the world, and it might not be your Grail Vanilla. You might find another Grail Vanilla scent. It might be Spiritus Double Vanille for you. There's a bunch of vanilla scents out there I can name. I really like this one. I prefer this one personally to Spiritus Double Vanille. That's just me. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10, and it's an easy one. If I run through this bottle, and you can see I'm about 60% or 40% through, have 60% left, maybe 65% left, I'm going to be sad. But I'm not going to pay a ridiculous premium to get a new one of this. It's just not complete enough. But it's a gorgeous perfume. And for people like myself who really enjoy like boozy, dark, rich, gourmand scents, this is really good. So this is what I would say to you guys. I think it's really simple. If you find this for retail, grab everything you could find. If you find this for a reasonable price online, maybe double, Maybe someone wants $100 for 15 ml. I'd buy a bottle, but I don't know that I'd pay the $150, $200 that I've seen this one for. And if you could find, I'd say the same exact thing about 1697 by Parfumeur, because literally they're a little different. I have a sample of 1697 by Parfumeur. I've had it for a while. I don't have much left, but they're not 100% one-to-one, but it's like 95, 96, 97. So if you can find that, go get it. But if you can't, hey, I don't know. And your love of this is going to depend on, do you love Spiritus Double Vanille? Do you love scents like Back to Black? Do you love scents like Corrigan? Do you love boozy, gourmand vanilla fragrances? If you do, that may make you want to check this out more. If you don't, you might want to skip this. And I really back up my my description that this is vanilla beans soaked in golden rum. That's what this smells like to me. And I love rum and I love vanilla. So I think I know both well. I also have Vanille Absolute. I have ethyl vanillin. I have vanillin. I have a vanilla bean accord that I've made. I have a purchased vanilla bean accord. I'm telling you, either Ducho 4 made a vanilla bean accord, a great one for this in 1697, or he was using real Vanille Bean Absolute, and that's why they're both discontinued. I don't know. I don't know the answer to it. You'd have to do a GCMS to really know. I don't know that anyone's done that. Maybe Dua. Maybe this is a great fodder for Dua or Alexandria. But that's what I think of this one, and I hope I've given you something to think about with this one. I really enjoy it. I'm super happy I got a bottle for the low. I think the Artisan fragrances that didn't make it over to the new bottles, look at them and think about them. If you can get them for cheap and you can get a few, you might want to, because I think people who love the Artisan are going to want to pay for these. So that's my opinion on this one. I hope it has helped. I enjoy it. I'm glad to have a bottle. This is a great scent for colder weather. I'll see you guys real soon with another video. Obviously, my name is Maximilian.